Hello lovely people, I welcome you once again to Bright and Clara's channel. Thank you all for clicking. This is episode 22 on Mr. Atsu's project. Alright, so in your view, it's a beautiful 3D representation of the beautiful apartment that we are putting up for our lovely client. Our goal is to ensure that we achieve the same, and the color selection, everything will be the same, no deviation. The trim, which is the coping at the top of it, look at the coping, yes, and then the terrace banisters or barristers, all of that will be accomplished, and the tiling in the middle where the lady is standing, that is a tile. The color too is beautiful. We are going to achieve everything as per the design. This is a hidden roof with a 360 rain gutter. Okay, so the only thing we don't have here is to have a poly tank. No, we're going to have a poly tank on the ground floor, and then we have a pump that pumps the water to each of the locations with various meters for each apartment. Each apartment will have a meter that will have their water metered just like electricity is metered, and so you pay according to what you use. So apparently the carpenters were done, steel bender 2 completed, and now is the turn of Mr. Frank Hammond, who is an electrical engineer. You need to have a certified electrical engineer to do your work for you, not just any electrician. There are a lot of people out there who claim they're electrician. They will do the pipe work, but the wiring will make sense to you. You need someone who really understands the work, and your wiring has meaning. You understand? It should have meaning. Okay, so get a qualified and a competent electrical engineer, Mr. Frank Hammond, who is certified by the Ghana Institute of Electrical Engineers. He has a license to operate. Are you with me? So get in touch with him. Yes, Mr. Hammond, he trained me when I was young. Now he trained me, he gave me a lot of training, and so I have grown to incorporate the same principles and values when undertaking other projects. Alright, so you can see that we've actually placed pieces of stones underneath the reinforcement. This actually helps the electrical piping to move freely underneath the reinforcement, because you don't want the iron rod to compress the pipe. That will cause blockage and also breakage in the pipe, and when concrete goes into the pipe, then it's a recipe for disaster. Okay, you cannot run your electrical wires through them anymore, and when that happens, it means that you have to cut the slab, and we don't want to experience that. Okay, so all piping work will be glued, because the tangent glue, okay, will be used. Circular boxes in every lighting point will be positioned with a nail, so that any movement will not cause a deviation from the exact position. Okay, and then the pipe you have to use is PVC pipe. PVC pipe are of good quality, especially when it comes to your wiring. Okay, these PVC pipes are of good quality. Now you need to have an experienced electrician, again I say, because this is an apartment, and you need to know where your main incomer is going to be. From your main incomer, you have to distribute to the various levels. So we're going to have main distribution board and semi-main distribution board. Okay, so your main distribution board comes with a main cable, and then it will come with an ATS system. Okay, and that of so you have an ATS system, whether you want to have a solar or you want to have a generator, okay, as a backup. So that comes straight to your main distribution board, and from your main distribution board it goes to a semi-main distribution board, SMDB. In your SMDB you have various distributions from there. Apartment 1 in the ground floor, so apartment 1 in the ground floor will have SMDB 1 in the ground floor. So when I go to SMDB 1 in the ground floor, it will distribute it to various DBs in the ground floor. You understand? And it makes it very unique. I've been doing this job for quite some time now. Back here in Dubai, I've worked with 2 electricity companies, and all these electricity companies, I review every residential wiring. I review them before you even begin your house. I review the wiring and I check the wiring, segment, whether it's a radial circuit, whether it's a ring circuit. I need to make sure whether you are overloading the circuit or you are underloading the circuit. Is your load balance, okay, in a 3-phase, or you're just having a load all stuck up on one phase, and that causes pressure on our transmission lines, especially on the low voltage line. That is how come we have our transformers burning here and there, because we keep putting load on one line, which is the red phase or the blue phase, all the time. People usually tap either the first line or the bottom line. You understand? So for me, this is some of the basic things you need to know, so that when your electrician is doing your wiring, every circuit is balanced and it's a ring circuit, okay, completely. There are controls here and there. There's flexibility in your control switches. You understand? If you walk into a room, there are enough sockets in the room where you can easily access any socket at any given time. You understand? Yes. All flats having their meters in a specific location that can easily be accessed. Are you with me? And in this case, when it comes to water, Mr. Atsu, we're going to have one big poly tank. After treating the water, it goes to that particular poly tank, and from that tank, we will have a pump that will pump the water. Now, from the pump, it will go to a series of outlets. This series of outlets will have apartment, the ground floor for the shops, and all the various apartments with their names and the flat number. So from that outlet, there are meters on all of them. If it's going to shop 1, there's a meter, shop 2, there's a meter, shop 3, and then first floor apartment 1, 2, whether it's apartment first floor 101, 102, 103. Okay, they all have their meters. So whatever you are using, you are going to charge you according to the readings at the end of the month. You understand? We're not going to say, oh, no. I might not be home, and someone is home using the water 24/7. We don't have to pay the same amount. You understand? Yeah. So if you're having challenges in designing, your apartment in terms of utility sharing, just let us know. We will guide you in that direction. Okay? Yes. For me, I love schematic diagrams. I used to do all of that back here in Dubai. I do that all the time. Okay, so here we are planning to get our borehole drilling. It looks like the blocks were in our way, so we need to remove the blocks and be able to do our drilling. Okay, so that is what you're seeing right now. This is the back of the house. Okay, this is the back of the house. Everything looks beautiful right here. So hopefully we'll be done, and now the vehicle is in here for the drilling. So again, my cousin is doing all the borehole drillings, so they do a fantastic job. So in case you need his services, please do not hesitate to reach out to him, Mr. Jonathan Amwa, for all your drilling purposes. You understand? All right, so back at the slab, Mr. Hammond is done, and Mr. Sonny Ibrahim is up here doing his magic. You can see quality piping work. Okay, this gives you a good flow system. You understand? And the gradients are unique such that you don't have any anything hanging in the pipe that could cause bad odor, very bad smell in your room. So quality work, you must know your work to be able to achieve this. Measurement, measurement is the first thing when you want to learn engineering instrumentation. They begin with measurement. If you know all parameters, be all the prefix and in meters, all the scientific units, it makes your work more easier. You understand? You should know the unit of all metrics. It helps you in navigating through life, and whatever you're doing, you really understand. basic things that you need to understand. Are you with me? So for me, I don't take my engineering as a joke. I really take it serious. I did industrial instrumentation, oil and gas. I did control system, distribution control system. So I really understand my work very well. And then coupled to that, I have gained knowledge in construction, and all these helps me to be able to navigate through every situation. Engineering is a course that broadens your horizon. It opens your mind. So wherever field you find yourself, you can navigate. You understand? All you need to do is to study. Building comes with drawing. If you know how to read as an engineer, you should understand drawing. Technical drawing is something we learn right from JSS, junior high school. And most people say, oh, it's very difficult. But that's the most easiest course, technical drawing. Yes. So you can see Mr. Sonny Ibrahim, his work is done neatly. All the pipe work done neatly. You understand? There's no pipe under the window, some pipe somewhere else. No, everything is done neatly with end caps shown, and it's not even interfering with the electrical piping works. You understand? Everything looks so amazing and beautiful. So hopefully the next episode will be probably the final touches and then the casting of the flow. You understand? Yes, the casting of the flow. And we are using spacer blocks in every step of the way. Spacer blocks are very, very important, but here we are using stones. You can see there are stones underneath the reinforcement. This is also elevating so that when we are pouring the concrete, there will be enough meat underneath the reinforcement. You understand? There will be enough meat underneath the reinforcement. You can see quality piping work done here. You understand? Quality piping work done. Whilst the plumber was working, the borehole drilling was also taking place at the same time. So right from here, I think in episode 23, we should be ready for casting. And I can't wait to share that with you. And right after the casting, we'll be moving on to the second floor superstructure. Okay, and by the time we complete the second floor superstructure, I believe our client should be ready to send money for the completion, which will be the gutters and then the roof members and then the roofing sheet, because we want to finish that house by the end of this year. So from now to the end of the year, this house will be completed. If you love this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you've not, and reach out to me if you need my services. From me to you, shalom. God bless you wherever you are. Bye-bye.